people, settle down. Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Ralph from Harmon Solar with us because Keon, he ain't here. He'll be back tomorrow. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And like you and everybody else, we keep checking for more updates to see about Damar Hamlin. I would imagine that later today or possibly tomorrow, we'll get a little bit more information, and hopefully it'll all be good news. And I guess that's all we can say about that. So in the meantime, we're just doing the stupid crap we do here on the show. So what we do. 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow earlier said, I'm pretty sure that Ralph right there, Ralph's a brony. Look it up. Brony.
A brony?
I think.
A jabroni?
No, brony is. I think there were a bunch of Marines that did this. That they were like would wear like My Pretty Pony stuff, like T-shirts with My Pretty Pony. Just and it was just a way just to try to get somebody to mess with them, and they would beat the hell out of them.
Oh,
I think that's what that is. I could be wrong. I will not get that on my Google search. Thunder Snow. I'm not looking it up. So someone else will have to do that. But I think I'm right. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'll look
Good.
it up.
Good Cat says, hey, Randy, fellow Suns fans, with the Trae Young rumors, Trae Young wanting to trade, would you trade CP3 and Crowder for him?
Yes.
As a Suns fan, I also am one. Yes, absolutely would.
Yes. No,
without
question.
hesitation.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Can you imagine Trae
What are you
Young?
shaking your head for? You're just mad because the Lakers can't get him.
I don't see how him and Booker could survive.
Oh, I think it would be.
Oh,
I think they'd
please.
be great teammates. Are you kidding
Really?
me?
I think they would. I don't know.
Trae Young, he shares the ball. He moves the ball around.
He takes
And
a lot
so
of
does
shots.
Booker.
They both take
Well,
a lot of
he
shots.
does take a lot of shots, but that's going to take
Out
some
of
of the heat off
necessity.
of Devin Booker, and that's going to open up this offense. I think it'd be a great trade.
100% agree. 100% agree. You just want us to not want it because you want him on the Lakers.
The only thing I don't like about it is Trae Young is he's small.
You want him on the Lakers?
And I feel like we need some size to take on like Luka and some of those other big bullies.
Come on, Ralph.
I'd rather have Luka.
Okay, well, I think we'd rather have Luka too. But would you like Trae Young as a Laker? Be honest.
I don't know that he fits in. I mean, if we got rid of LeBron, maybe. I'd love to get rid of LeBron and bring somebody like that in.
I don't think that's going to happen this season, man.
No, but I mean, I'm looking forward to the day that he's gone.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
don't like
for
him.
the day he signs an extension.
I'm hoping he becomes a Sun. He could help you
LeBron
guys.
James.
Can I just say it's
come
getting
on.
harder and harder to be your friend?
No, but I think he can help you guys.
Unnamed
You don't think he
texter-
can help you?
No, I just don't see a need for him. Unnamed texter says first and second round picks go to the Hawks. Let's get that right. Dumbass name rhyming conventions from 700 years ago are why Rich, Rick, and Dick, as well as Will and Bill. It's as dumb as you thought it was. It's simply people just rhyming. There was a convention on this 700 years ago. I mean, they didn't have TV, so I guess
Didn't have anything
conventions about
better to do, I
something.
guess. Yeah.
Thundar, the San Barbarian, says, oh, hey, look, it's Renaissance Fair season in Arizona again.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Have you been to the Renaissance Festival, Ralph?
The last 3 years, yeah.
So you're
Why?
a fan.
Why?
Absolutely not.
Well, you go at Wife Point?
No, my wife's so on it. It's my daughter loves it, and she goes and takes her friends and dresses up like a fairy or something. And my son with his girlfriend, they like to go. And I just think it's a bunch of lovely people just expressing whatever it is they want to express. I do like Dead Bob. I go listen to Dead Bob. He's funny.
Yeah,
Other than that-
Dead Bob is a legend out there forever. But here's the thing: if you're missing a band geek or a drama student, you can find them out there. That's where they're at. It's just, I mean, I'm just being honest.
All of the thespians converge.
It's an interesting crowd. There's no doubt.
Oh, and I will only talk to you as if it was the dad. And I can see your cell phone. It's right there in your pocket. So just stop it. Could you just give me the damn turkey leg? Thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you, when I was 16, went out there and there was nobody out there. And we went out there and there was nobody in line for this game where you play swords. And there's a balloon that's on like the fencing helmet. But me and my friend didn't care about that. We just started whacking it. We were like in an epic sword fight and giving each other welts with that, with the foil, which is another name for sword, Ralph. And it's the fencing sword. And the guy, I always said, can we just do whatever we want? And he's like, nah, whatever. And then a line formed, and the poor guy's like, I have to explain, you are not allowed to do what these idiots are doing right now. But we made that guy pretty happy there after we were done. But after that, I went back with my own little ones. This has got to be back, I think, 2008. And it was like going to the mall, only dusty. You know what I mean? Just too many people.
A lot of
too
people.
many. And so for me, I don't know, but if you get some good parking and you want to take the kids, I'd say just pick a day where it's not too hot and dusty. But yeah, I'm sure you could have fun.
I like my son goes. He's a pitcher, and he likes to throw the tomatoes at the guy's head, which is kind of cool.
Brutal.
Yeah,
that I'd go to watch.
Yeah, that's fun to watch.
If he actually was there and he promised me someone was throwing tomatoes, now I'll show up at least for that.
Yeah, that's fun.
Pickle D says Trae Young would ruin the Suns. Now, why do you say that, Pickle D? You got to give me some more than just why he would ruin the Suns. I mean, he fits the job description. Random texture says the only thing LeBron James could help the Phoenix Suns do is lose even more than they already have.
True.
Okay. And he's also aged, and he's going to be he's not going to be present. So whatever you're trading for, you need him to be on the court, man.
He still could drop 40 a night
when he's available. And you think he's going to be more available the older he gets?
Like twice a month.
Right.
It's two guys.
Yeah, I'll pass. Kane Kenton says that Toy Drive GoFundMe account now has almost hit $5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
How much of that goes to GoFundMe company? I don't know what the percentage is on that. And, some people are trying to say, oh, it goes to his mom's daycare. It's not the fact. That was just the place where he was setting up the Toy Drive initially. But all that money, I'm sure, is going to go directly to buying toys and stuff for kids.
What does it matter? It's
down.
a toy drive. So what? What does it matter?
People just have to look for the bad in everything.
I mean, yeah.
Gosh.
God. I hate this age we're currently in.
We have plenty of reasons to be cynical. I get that as a cynical person myself, but those questions have been answered, so you can probably give money to that, not have to worry about it. Kane Kittens also says, have you ever been stuck in the Renaissance Festival traffic, especially on President's Day?
Horrendous.
No, man.
No.
I've tried to go by the Renaissance Festival and stuck in the traffic, but never to go in.
Never been there, ever.
Really?
Never.
Thundar Santa Barbarian says, yeah, my one visit to the Arizona Renaissance Fair weekend before everything got shut down because of COVID. Yeah, way too crowded. Long lines for everything. I'm with you there, Jeffrey. Good Cat says LeBron can drop 40 ankle sprains and back spasms a week.
Yeah.
That he can do.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Can we take a minute and talk about the Phoenix Suns?
If we have to.
We should.
There's an issue. There is an issue.
You
And
think?
I was reading up on this. And let's say we do want to trade for the Trae Young. Let's say there is some situation where we're looking to do a trade. Robert Sarver could, just to be a Richard, just completely torpedo the whole thing. Why? He's suspended. He's not supposed to have any impacts. Well, part of the provisions in what's going on, the only piece of power he has, he still has to give personal sign off on any deal for a player with a salary that's more than the current average player salary. And the average player salary right now is $10.8 million.
That's
So
an
if it's-
average salary?
Right.
Wow.
So if it's more than that, then he has to say, I approve or I disapprove. He could just be a Richard and say, no, I'm not going to let you do this great trade that would be good for the Phoenix Suns. I've been forced to sell. F you all. I'm out. He could seriously do that, and I could seriously see him doing that. It doesn't help the sale is already in progress. The value of the team doesn't go up or down, and he could just do this just to be a jerk. I mean, it's not like the guy who's buying it's going to pull out because he says no to a trade. I don't think that's going to be a condition, right? Why is it so quiet?
Well, I'm
Ralph
ruminating.
is just hating on the.
I'm ruminating
Suns.
on what you said, but I don't see why he would do that. In what universe is this a good idea for him to
Well,
do that?
in what universe was him owning this team a good idea?
Well, I mean, he wanted.
Yeah,
to own
he's
the
a
team.
bad dude. He's
I
a
know.
bad dude.
I know, but he.
I can see him doing it.
I
I can.
can't.
Just to be a jerk. Just
to be a
no.
jerk. Yeah. Just to kind of one final
The-
FU.
Right. The one piece of power he has,
Dan Snyder, yes, but I don't think Sarver would do it.
I think just as much Sarver is going to be just as bitter, even though he's going to walk away handsomely paid for being a bad guy.
No, I don't think so.
Hefty Lefty says Jeffrey's so rich he wanted to buy the Renaissance Festival. That is not true. I would never want to buy the Renaissance Festival. No, thank you. Blissful Hayes says I love pulling out. What? 888-368-1580. So, all right. I just don't understand why they would allow him, if he's suspended, to still have that ability, that decision making. I guess because he's the owner.
He's the owner. It's his money.
But there's a group of them. He's not. I don't know. I just feel like the NBA should step in and say, yeah, he doesn't get to have the final say in it. We do. And if it's a trade that whoever the GM is and whoever the other GM is, and if it's a good trade, it's kind of like being the commissioner of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. If I see a inequitable trade or something that's not going to help, well, then, yeah, of course, I'm going to act in the best interest of everybody. And so maybe the NBA could play the part of Sarver for approving or saying no to trades. Wouldn't that make more sense?
I'm still reeling over the 10.8 million average salary. So is that
Yeah.
real?
No, I just made it up. I pulled it out of my ass.
I mean,
Ralph. Of course
average
it's real.
Well, I've seen things out of there. So really 10.8? That's
Wait, you've seen things out of Jeffrey's ass?
well,
There was a clogged toilet. I'm not gonna lie. That
No.
was impressive.
All right.
that's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Change gears.
The average current player salary, $10.8 million.
That just helps put in perspective what the NBA is all about. Just people making too much money. Sorry. But
Nobody's making too much money.
No.
You make too much money. I make too much money.
I've been told that.
Randy doesn't. Randy needs to make more money.
Yeah, I don't make enough.
Yeah. Well, he keeps trying to. Here's what happened. Randy, he saw how Jack Nicholson, when he signed up to do the original Batman, he says they said, "Hey, you want 10 million?" And he said, "Well, I'll take 6 and a percentage." Well, Randy took a percentage, but forgot to ask about the money.
Yeah.
And he works for a percentage, and so far, well, we haven't had to pay Randy anything.
So Randy, are you making Keon money or?
I have no comment on that.
You got to remember to get both next time, Randy. Money and a percentage.
It's always something, isn't it, Jeffrey? It's always something.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you had that multi-million-dollar contract. It was all incentives, and he just copied and pasted off of an NFL contract. And Ray Ron was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll sign this." And so he had these incentives for touchdowns and sacks and all these different football things.
Damn it!
None of which he could achieve being on the Daily Blender.
Smart move for Ron.
I always think I have him cornered, and then Radio Ron jukes me out.
He's wily.
This is what I was saying about taking him back.
Oh, don't even start with that again. Bring back Nitschke says Jeffrey's so rich he can buy the Renaissance Fair and go-kart for a little more than 200. What? Listen, I don't want to buy the Renaissance Festival. I do want a go-kart, but it doesn't feel right paying $1,800 for something we used to build when we were kids. So I just think I'm going to go find the parts and build it from scratch. It may explode underneath me, but I'm still going to do it.
It may not explode. It just might start falling apart as you're going down the street.
Sure. But at least I'll be low to the ground, so I won't have far to go.
It's going to be like those little rascals. Remember those little rascals?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can
made out of wood.
As much money as I may have, it doesn't feel right to spend $1,800 on a damn go-kart.
I agree.
Is that just me?
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
And I don't want a golf cart either. Yeah. I don't mean to old man get off my lawn, but every time I'm walking outside there and I see these idiot kids or these idiot families going down the road in their golf carts, like, I'm like,
do you live in a golf community?
Yeah.
Well, that's part of it.
I know, but they're not on a golf course. They're just driving around to the store. It's like, Heavy Metal Maniac says, you're right, Jeffrey. Renaissance Festival sucks. People walking around saying and having fake sword fights.
I mean, just say it like it is.
Dumb dead puppets. I went there and I was so bored. I wanted to leave as soon as I got there, but I went with some friends, and so I didn't have the car. I couldn't leave. It sucks. And I'm tired of people saying huzzah.
The worst part is the alcohol is terrible. If you could bring your own alcohol in there,
Why can't you?
Isn't it sponsored by Bud Light?
Yeah, but not beer. I mean the hard stuff. Just to make the horrible drinks there. Horrible. But other than that, it's great.
So you're saying they water down the drinks there?
Oh, they're massively watered down, and they're like $10 for like a little drink.
Wow.
Of water?
So, yeah, water with a little color in it. Not good.
It's probably not good. We're playing their
Thinking I'm
commercials
not going to be going anytime soon.
and trashing them, but Silver Pop says, "Hey, going back to the spelling of your name, are you saying there are no F's given?" No, there's 2 F's given. Yes, my first name Jeffry. There's just no E at the end. Why? Because when I was born, my parents were poor. We couldn't afford that extra vowel because Pat Sajak is a greedy bastard.
That's true. It's a true
I'm
story.
lucky to have one E.
That's a true story. Ask his mom.
Ralph's wife says Ralph's violent tendencies are, and his wanting to take Ron out back, I think might be hereditary. His mafia family is to blame. It actually scares me. And then she says, help. She spelled out help.
Help.
She needs it.
She's
She's gonna need it later.
I feel like you're the one who's going to need some help. I have met your wife, and the mafia should be scared. Historian says, no wonder Randy always seems to be lost. He can't afford to pay attention. Hello. Hefty Lefty says, so Steph making 50 million kind of skews that figure, doesn't it? Well, I mean, there
drives it up. That's for sure.
always somebody who screws up the curve, right? Let's see here. Sundar says, why don't you use that big Dodge Ram of yours to introduce those people riding around in golf carts to NASCAR, Jeffrey?
We could do that. We could put like a one of those wooden front bumpers on there, and you could just go up behind them and
Like a snowplow.
I could Jeremy Renner them.
yeah.
I'm not a monster. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying they're annoying.
Who said you're a monster? We're talking about having fun.
When I start hitting people and sliding them out and rolling them off, and
It's called a pit maneuver.
None of these idiots are wearing seatbelts, Randy.
And
The carnage would be amazing.
even more fun.
Wow.
Oh, there's kids. I can't do that to
Well,
the
not
kids.
to kids, but
All I was trying to do here is talk about the problems with the Phoenix Suns, where Sarver could say no to
he's
any
not going to
trade he
do that.
wants.
And the problem with the Phoenix Suns is they've got a lot of injuries right now, and they can't get rid of Mikal Bridges.
Mm.
The whole thing hinges on this. They need to make a trade. They need to get Mikal Bridges out of here, and they need to bring in somebody that can help this team. And they need some size, because if you're going to go against Dallas again in the playoffs, they're going to kick your ass because you have no size.
King Kitten says, hey, when are you guys going to be giving away tickets for the Renaissance Festival?
Huzzah!
I'll give them away easy. We do have ASU tickets to give away today. So be listening for your chance to win those. I got a pair of tickets for ASU. They're playing Washington State Thursday night. So that's the day after tomorrow. We should do that like quick so everybody has a chance. So on this program, I promise you, we will give away some ASU tickets. And in fact, let's just make it easy so Randy doesn't have to figure out how the phone works.
Please,
what
I
we'll
don't want to do the phones.
is just text in, I want them ASU tickets. So everybody who texts in, I want those ASU tickets, I'll put you into the drawing with a random number generator, and we'll figure out who wins the tickets the last break of the show. So I'll let you know before the show ends.
I used to know how to work the phones in here.
Well, what happened?
I forgot everything.
That's all right.
I mean,
Don't feel
I'm
bad.
lucky I'm even upright today.
We got to retrain Keon after he takes a week off.
I know.
So,
I know.
you're not the only one. All right, taking a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Cheryl Underwood, and I want to tell you something. My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but those days are over. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge, and I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days, and it's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can find options that fit your budget, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah, like when I hold the door for someone. Sure, it may be weird if I don't time it right, and they're a little too far away, and now they're running. And we're both asking ourselves, is it worth it to run instead of just, letting them open their own door?
But still, it's the right thing to do. So get options based on your needs with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit ATECHAZ.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's ATECHAZ.com/jobs.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, Maria in Miami, and Jules in Troy, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with high-quality supplies for every industry, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck?
Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Oh, how Ralph's trying to be all tough. His wife comes in, starts intimidating him, and he starts trying to talk to me through his headphones.
Just blink.
Oh my gosh, she's standing right here.
Blink twice if you're in trouble.
Yeah,
He's blinking.
he's blinking a lot now. Yeah, okay. It's the Daily Blender, everybody, and I'm sorry I missed some texts in the last hour. Sometimes they come in so fast, I don't get them all. But the Berg, he was saying he hopes that kid gets better. Damar Hamlin from last night. Good to hear from you there, Berg. And yeah, sorry I missed that text earlier. Also, Miss Taco Kenny, he says, I work with a Harry Richards. Well, see, at least he hasn't, I mean,
That's a good
Yeah.
name.
we're all, what happens with that name, it's not immediately obvious, but everyone's thinking it, Well, at least we are.
That's a good name.
Hefty Lefty says Lakers will trade the Suns, Pat Beverly, for Bridges straight up. Works out for both teams. And by both, I mean the only team that matters to me. Yeah, Hefty Lefty is a Laker fan as well. And that is a horrible idea. Yeah, you think
I like it.
Draymond Green punching that kid on the Warriors was bad. Wait till Pat Beverly is in the locker room. He won't last 15 minutes. Beer Bob says, Ralph, are you sure the Renaissance Festival you went to there? Are you sure that was last time I was there? They had mead, wine, and beer, and I didn't see any mixed drinks. Are you sure you didn't get lost and end up someone's house at Apache Junction or something?
That's happened before.
Yeah, it would be a first time. Yeah, so it's possible.
I'm sure he's woke up in some houses in Apache Junction.
I
Sure.
have no comment.
Donnie, hey Donnie, hey, we didn't hear from you yesterday. Can't imagine why. Here's what he says. I want the ASU tickets.
Hey, Donnie.
You're in the drawing, pal. Are you sobered up yet from what happened the other day? Donnie.
You don't have to answer, Donnie. It's okay.
All right, CK, I see you. Got you in there. Let's see, Big George. He says, hello, gentlemen. Happy New Year. He says, well, I see Keon didn't make it to the new year, so rest in peace, little buddy.
It happens.
He's going to be back tomorrow.
Gone,
he has
gone too soon.
Yeah, he
Is
did
he?
not get fired.
Is he though?
Did you take him out back or something?
Is he?
Izzy will be back on the morning show on Wednesday.
We hope.
So.
Really?
Big George also says, Jeffrey, it's too soon to make Jeremy Renner jokes. He's in critical condition. It's never too soon to make a Jeremy Renner joke. That has been my experience since I even knew a Jeremy Renner existed. He's a lot of fun to make jokes about. And I'm not joking when I say he's an idiot. He just got ran over by his own snowplow. How dumb is that?
Well, he was trying to assist somebody. Isn't that the
No,
story?
I mean, that's nice. I'm glad you're trying to help. But what if the snowplow ran them over too? What are they going to do? They're going to roll over bleeding and going, thank you.
Well, maybe he threw himself in front of the snowplow so it wouldn't run over the person he was trying to assist in the first place.
Cash Money says he never saw it coming. Woo's got you for the tickets. Good Cat says he wants them too. We got you right there. And he also says, honestly, I would stop being a Suns fan if they ever signed LaCry baby Flopper James. I don't blame you. A new texter says they want those tickets. 5728. I see you there. Dirty Donkey says, Happy New Year's, fellas. And God bless. Kind of weird being God blessed by somebody named Dirty Donkey. You know,
I could think of worse things.
like, hey, I'm Dirty Donkey, and I want to say one thing. I'm praying for you. Beer Bob wants the tickets too. King of Kenton says $15 beers are the reason that I stay home from games and concerts.
$15 to get your own 12-pack and stay in the house.
If you get a good enough TV, you don't ever need to leave.
Right?
You know, I don't know.
I concur.
mean,
I concur with that. Yeah.
I got a giant TV. I paid a lot of money for it in a house that I paid a lot of money for. I don't ever want to go anywhere. My wife, the minute we bought the house and furnished everything, we got it all the way we like it. She's like, we should go on vacation. There's no place out there that's nicer than here. We worked very hard for here.
And our money is here.
For here.
That's why she wanted to go on vacation.
How big's your TV?
86 inches.
Wow. You got a big one.
Yeah, thank you. I've heard that before.
That's what she said.
I figured you'd have a giant TV too.
I have a 65, but I want to get 100.
Oh, you're adorable.
Oh, have you seen those short projectors they have now? Those little
I
short.
imagine
lasers?
you had a short projector. Yeah,
I've got a
6-footer.
I think that's why your wife texted help.
I've got a 32-inch, and I just set my recliner right on top of it. So
it's like having a 100-inch TV if you're right in front of it.
Unlike
You don't have a
me, I'm
32.
looking all over the place. Have you seen my paychecks?
No, Jeff doesn't let him.
Again, we were talking about my contract.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. It's a matter of I used to have like a 75-inch TV, right? And we had the couch, we had all the stuff there. We got this giant TV, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to take out a wall. It's too much. It's too close. If you're too close, your eyes hurt. It's too much. So just make sure you have a nice distance between where you're sitting, because we had to buy new furniture and move it way the hell back. Just so, and I realized
I had to buy new furniture.
Like how far back?
Because my TV is so
I
big.
haven't measured it, but let me just say this. I really kind of wish we'd stuck with the original TV and not gone through all that just for a bigger TV. Because then I'm like, it's the same picture, you know?
But it's nicer.
I had to move away to see it. You know, I had to move back. Doesn't make sense.
With 86 inches.
Yeah.
You have a bigger
What?
TV than me.
Well, so now I got to go out and get an 87-inch.
Hippie, we need a new TV. Later tonight, we'll get one.
I had when I bought it, I had that Dodge truck with the 5.5-foot bed, and I went down there and it didn't fit. I had to ride home with it like slanted. So I drove home from the Best Buy at Chandler Mall 25 miles an hour because if I did, I was afraid the thing was going to come out of the back, even though I had it strapped down, and nobody got mad. They would pull up behind me like, hey, oh, no, that's cool, man.
And you had Randy's 32-inch in your back seat.
Yeah. Oh, you can fit that in the back seat.
My mom, when she was still alive, she bought a new refrigerator. I went and picked it up in my truck, and I thought it would stay in my truck, yet fell out middle of the road.
You didn't strap it down?
No, I had strapped it, but it broke the broke the strap and
Yeah.
boink right out into the road.
Wow.
Did it work ever? Again?
Oh, it worked great. Yeah.
A
No.
couple of dents and
Yeah, it was a scratch and dent model.
it was now.
Hey, Mom, got you the scratch and dent model. Save you some money. Oh, wonderful. She had the dementia then. She didn't ask
I
for
was
a
going to say,
change.
thank God for dementia, right? That's
So what you do is say, "Well, Mom, you did this."
Mom, you don't remember?
Mom. So back to what you were saying, Ralph, about projectors.
Not dark at all, is it?
the short projectors.
Oh, you know,
Have you seen those? Oh, they're pretty cool.
I don't know what a short project. You put it in your shorts. What are you talking about?
You can keep them about 6 feet from the wall, or a little bit less, and it projects 100-inch screen, and it's crystal clear.
You
It's
got to hang
amazing.
it from the ceiling.
No, you put it on like a table or something. You haven't seen these. You need to look these
No,
up. These are
no.
pretty amazing,
Yeah.
and they're only about $2,500, $3,000.
I considered you doing the projection thing, but then I'm just like, well, I got to make the room real dark, you know, and I don't know.
You actually don't if the ANSIs are high enough on it.
Yeah, these things are pretty
I
cool.
don't know what that means, but I believe you. Harry Soap says Jeremy Renner got his leg ran over by a snowmobile. Well, I just sang that in that song, but he didn't tell me to. So I apologize. Let me reread that. Jeremy Renner got his leg ran over by a snowmobile? How's the snowmobile doing? Thoughts and prayers.
Sure.
It wasn't a snowmobile. It was that was a
snowplow.
snow plow.
Yeah.
It was that other dude that got killed in a snowmobile
The
accident.
hell would you have a snowplow for?
He has a nice big stretch of land and it snows. So he
Hello.
thought, well, I'll use this to clear the driveway.
Here's a couple
then he
of
thought,
saw
well, maybe I'll
bucks.
help
Can
the
you-
neighbors.
Can you knock that snow out of there?
All the
if you
respect in
got
the world for
money-
wanting that horsepower.
If you have got the money for a plot that it requires a snowplow to clear your driveway, I mean, okay, sit there on the porch and watch some other guy do it.
It can't be that big a piece of land because his neighbor saw it all happen, and his neighbor was a doctor, and he ran over and put a tourniquet on him. It saved his life, basically.
Wow.
So that's how bad it was. You had to tourniquet that thing.
You.
So Kiss the Cook says, ooh, most requested new Blender radio moniker name for 2023. I think what he means is text or nicknames. Here's some for the list. Maybe, maybe not. Hauser Butt, Cheddar Balls, Fire, Man Pole, Bedroom Sundial.
Did they spend like the holiday?
You don't like any of those? Cheddar Balls ain't bad.
Cheddar Ball's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. I'll let you decide.
But I mean, Hauser Butt.
Yeah, Hauser Butt.
I mean, I get it, but
Good Cat says, are big TVs like big trucks compensating much? Asking for a friend. No, there's no connection to that. It's just my only advice is make sure it's proportionate to the size of the room. You know, that's one regret for that room. I wish the room had been bigger, and then I just wish I just kept with the original TV. Hook'em Hottie says, you men bragging about inches. Well, it's really Ralph. He just wanted to know about my inches.
You're just saying you have big inches.
There was some point to it we were talking about, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it didn't fit in your truck.
Heady Metal Maniac says he had to be drinking. Jeremy Renner, snow plowing out there. How the hell do you get run over by your own snow plow? Then have a doctor nearby. Well, this dude had to be wasted. I don't know. We don't have all the details. Maybe he wasn't. He could also just be dumb. I mean, I don't know. King Kitten says, here's another new texture nickname. Merton Hank's neck. I don't know what that means.
Merton Hanks. He had the big old giraffe neck. Remember on the 49ers, he was a defensive back, Merton Hanks.
Oh, yes.
Good Lord, that's a callback right there.
Yeah, he had a
What year was that he was in?
That was the time frame when Jerry Rice was there and all those guys. I mean,
man, well done, King Kittens. Well done. NFL Blitzer says, hey, happy Taco Tuesday. My brother-in-law got me a 24-pack of Yingling lager. Cheers. I understand this whole thing with Yingling. It's like you can't get it here. Was it west of the Mississippi? Is that how that works?
No, you can get it in Texas. I know for sure.
Yeah, well, that's just like its own place. But Yingling, everybody just seems crazy about the Yingling. What is a Yingling? What does it taste
Because you can't
like?
get it.
I'm sure Ralph has put a Yingling in his mouth.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't even know
What's
what
it
that
taste
is.
like?
Hello.
Oh, it's a beer.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, you've had beer. Have you had the Yingling? Randy?
Yes, I have. And I don't. It wasn't too impressive for me.
Well, NFL Blitzer just loves the stuff. So I hope he enjoys it. And yes, NFL Blitzer, if you have sent me an email to blender at 1580thefanatic.com, I will make sure you get into our fantasy football league next season. Bring Back Nitschke says, my neighbor's TV is so big, he put his couch in the front yard next to the house, next to the outhouse. That makes sense. Pippi No Stocking says, my new texter nickname, if Ralph buys a bigger TV, Ralph's used to be wife.
Wow.
Well, why wouldn't you want a bigger TV, though? If it made sense.
Pippi, think about it. If you have a bigger TV, you don't see so much, Ralph.
Something else to look at. Heavy Metal Maniac says, East Coast beer, Yingling sucks.
Socks?
I think he means sucks, or it tastes like socks. I don't know.
It didn't really
like
have a
beer Bob's.
Didn't have a sock taste to it. No. Mm-mm.
How would you know?
I had one.
A sock?
No, a Yingling.
How do you know what a sock would taste like?
Well, it did. I would imagine. I've sucked a few socks in my day.
Whoa.
Why? Don't tell me. Don't.
You told me not to say it on the radio.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Ken Kitten says, I had a Yingling once. Buddy brought a couple of cases back east, and I agree with Rando. It was okay. Randy, good beer me. Yeah, let's get that man a good beer.
Here we go.
Kiss the Cook says, ran over by a snowplow. Well, that's actually easy to do.
It must be, because Hawkeye did it.
He's not really Hawkeye. He's just an actor.
You stop that right now.
Kiss the Cook says, I got ran over by my own car once.
What are you talking about? That
happens a lot more than you think.
So who?
Drunk people.
Okay.
Oh, and that poor kid from the new Star Trek movie, that Christian Yelchik guy, he got killed by. He got out of his Jeep. He went over to open up the gate to his property, and the Jeep just went bang and pinned him and killed him. And it was because it was some defect, or he had just sort of half put it in park, or something weird where it just lurched forward and got him.
See, now look, you're on a hit TV show. You don't have enough money to have an automatic gate.
Well, he was in the movies.
I mean, what the hell is
he was
wrong?
very young.
Yeah, I don't care. You don't have enough money to put in an automatic gate?
He's very young.
Yeah, I know what it is. You overpaid for the Jeep. That's what it was. You bought one of those new overpriced Jeeps. That's what it was. And then you didn't have enough money to put a motor on your fence, to open your fence automatic.
I can't get mad at the dude that played Chekhov in the movies. I can't. Dirty Donkey says, don't forget, Jeffrey, Jesus is my homie, because he hung out with the sinners and those that were cast out. Yes, we've all seen the commercials while watching the NFL. And they're nice commercials, I guess. Beer Nut says, thanks again for Christmas at the Princess. And he sent a picture of him and the family there.
Oh,
wow,
good.
That's cool. That's nice.
Glad
wow,
you enjoyed it.
More than a few pictures, but I can't see them. I can only sort of see one. You got to remember, pictures don't work too well. If everybody wants to send me something to look at, blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Tiger Paws says, what I don't ever get with all the talk about KD or LeBron, et cetera, coming to the Suns, whose team would it be then? Is it Booker's team? Are these players going to be second, or would all of a sudden Booker be relegated to second, which is definitely not fair with all the lean years he's stuck with us? And listen, Booker is a quiet superstar, guys. He is a quiet superstar. He's a guy who goes out there and can go nuts on you. You don't hear about it much. One, because he's on the Suns and the ESPN, and people seem to have a problem with ever talking about the Suns. And two, he's just a quiet guy. He's not out there bragging on himself. He's not, he quietly dated a Kardashian, a Jenner. And then when it ended, it was just like, beep. Was it like Lamar Odom sitting there dropping all his laundry to the TMZ guy? Point is, I agree, Tucker Paws. I would hate to see, that happen to Booker. Fish Tank says, remember when the Coyotes had dollar beer night? Oh, yeah.
Coyotes?
Yeah, great time to be alive. He said, I don't care if they were 10 ounces. We get 2, slam them, grab 2 for the road. Well, no, that's don't say that. He says Yingling is basically the Northeastern Coors Light. I'm a fan, but it would never be your thing, Jeffrey. Thank you for the warning on that. That is more than I need to know about that. Sundar San Barbarian says, I'm not in California, so I can't use those ASU tickets. Well, I'm not going to read what you said there. I will change it to go ASU instead. I didn't know you were one of those people that like them people. Thundar, you're a Chalupa fan? I never knew that about you. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about a douchebag calling a douchebag a douchebag. And surprisingly, has nothing to do with Ralph. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I studied Spanish in college and never got fluent. But then I tried Babbel.
Want the most effective way to learn another language? In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons will have you learning another language in as little as 3 weeks.
Babbel gets you speaking quickly about things you actually talk about in the real world.
University studies have shown that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college Spanish. If you want to learn a new language, there's no better way than Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try Babbel for free. That's Babbel.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. We turn our focus on Week 18 in the NFL. There are a lot of scenarios. We'll keep you updated as the news breaks. Suns continue to struggle. Coyotes are a bright spot. The college football championship game is almost here, and we keep you updated on the news. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, Maria in Miami, and Jules in Troy, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with high-quality supplies for every industry, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Don't let your kids get fooled by the people they meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but those strangers are using their relationship to deal drugs to your kids. If you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Find resources at talknowaz.com. Don't let your kids get fooled. Talk to them and visit talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, working on giving away a pair of tickets for Suns basketball. That's right, taking on Washington State Thursday night, 6 p.m. at the Desert Financial Arena. I got your tickets right here. Dos, one pair, not four, one pair. All you got to do is send in a text message saying, hey, I want them ASU tickets. And exactly 1 hour from now, I will announce the winner via random number generator. That's how we do things. I don't put the things in a hat because it's all electronic. So we just do a count and do a random number generator and then go backwards. And then that's how it works. So 888-368-1580. I think I went back and found all the, oh, there's another one. It says they want the tickets. I got you on that one. Blissful Hayes says, wait, is Ralph the new host? He's the best third host.
You have a fan, Ralph.
I'll take it. I could use one right now.
Hold on. The text line is doing weird things here on me. I can't.
Talks nice about me. That's weird.
Well, no. I can only see that part of it. He says he's funny and sarcastic. Keon's coming back because we have to have somebody around here who knows things. Right now, it's just three of us. We're all just fan level. Keon brings expert level. I ain't going to study. I know Ralph's not going to study.
No.
888-368-1580. So here's the thing I was talking about when you have a douchebag calling a douchebag a douchebag. Boomer Esiason has chimed in on the douchiness of Mac Jones.
Really?
That's funny.
Yeah. Boomer Esiason, a man who clearly has the finger on the pulse of what people think of him. I don't know if I can say, I don't know if Boomer Esiason's a douchebag, but he is a condescending sort of know-it-all sort of, he's kind of a jerk. I know Phil Simms is kind of a silly man, but he seem like he's just kind of a jerk, Boomer Esiason, to Phil Simms. And some of these other, it just seems like he's just like one of those arrogant know-it-all types, Boomer Esiason.
Well, I see what you're saying, but
I don't watch CBS enough to really say for sure.
I don't like watching these pregame shows. It's
Fox one is good. No, the Fox one. Why don't you watch the Fox one? It's a good show.
I watched some of it, but Jimmy Johnson, he's what is he, like 150 now? And Terry Bradshaw, does he even realize? Is he even coherent?
It doesn't matter.
And then Howie Long, and then you got Michael Strahan. They're the only two guys that know what they're doing on there.
That's wrong.
I mean, Terry Bradshaw
disagree.
is he
I feel
even
like
coherent?
Terry Bradshaw. He's a silly man, but he knows what he's talking about when he actually gets down and talks about it.
Does he have a flask under the desk there? I'm pretty sure he does.
Did you and I not earlier in the day yesterday before the show share a shot of whiskey?
We did share a shot.
And you're going to give Terry Bradshaw a hard time about that?
You're still mad because I went in there and took your bottle. I mean, on the bottom. Wait, did I tell you that? Did I ask you about that? I'm sorry.
I thought I took the bottle home.
Did I
Was there another?
say that out loud? I'm sorry. Well, anyway, I just don't like listening to the talking heads. I feel like, you get all the same information. Now, I do like old weightlifter shorty guy. What's his name? Like
the little weird guy who constantly tells everybody that Michael Strahan is his best friend?
Well, Michael Strahan's everybody's friend. He's everybody's friend, but he's the guy that brings you the that's the real pertinent information I'm looking for on a pregame
the ins
show.
and outs for fantasy football.
I just want to know who's playing, who's not playing. What's the trend here? Give me that stuff instead of all this, goofing around. And
I enjoy everything about the Fox broadcast except for Cooper Manning. That's on the hour before. Now I see if you felt that way about the hour they do before, the B squad that comes in and does that. Well, now I'd be on your side.
I feel that. Come on.
Don't you think it's just all too much? Like I turn the game on when the game is getting ready to start.
And that's what I do because
I don't want to listen.
I used to listen to the CBS guys. I like JB. I like, he's been on there for 50 years.
Yeah.
JB. I mean, his hairline keeps shrinking back here, kind of like he's got LeBron's disease.
He's on CBS now. Now it's a different guy.
Well, but I like him, but the rest of those guys,
his hair is painted on. Like
I'm pretty sure it's Hasbro hair. The G.I. Joe with Hasbro hair.
No, that's Truckliner bed. That's
okay. I thought it was the G.I. Joe with Hasbro, real life Hasbro hair. That's funny. That's what I thought. JB.
I just hit the refresh button. Turns out we have a crap ton of texts.
Oh boy.
Hamilton Porter. He's still on this. He's like, wait a second. Don't snow plows only go like 5 miles an hour?
Yeah.
No. Those things can get up to speed. You've seen them a lot of times on a big highway in a snowy place. You'll have like 7 or 8 of them in a formation, just clearing the entire thing.
Isn't it a dump truck with like an iron plow on the front?
No. Sometimes these are just big old Ram trucks too. I mean, like the 3500s.
It could be either or.
Yeah. Good Cat says, "How about texture nickname Renner's Plow?"
Now that's a good one in there. That's a good one.
or Hawkeye's Tourniquet.
I see. I like that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
That we're okay with.
Like that.
Oh, brother. Mr. Pink Eye says foot fetish people eat socks, you know. Yeah. So Rex Ryan would know something about Yingling. Is that the connection we're making?
Maybe.
Big George says it just came out that Jeremy Renner was assisting a stranded motorist when he was injured over the weekend in a snowplow accident in the mountains on the edge of Reno, according to the city's mayor. Reno Mayor Hillary Shaiv says that the Avenger star was trying to help a stranded car outside his home on the side of a snowy mountain on New Year's Day when he got ran over by his own vehicle. We all know this part. We just don't know. There's more information we need to know. Like, why did his vehicle run him over?
Yeah.
You know?
How do you leave a snowplow engaged?
Well, again, it could have been a malfunction of the snowplow. You know? Or
okay, I guess. How many times has your car malfunctioned on you, Jeffco?
Well, remember the Toyotas would lurch forward on people all the time, too? So maybe it's a Tundra.
I don't think you've ever had a Tundra, ever.
I would never have a Japanese.
I remember your old mail Jeep you used to have. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Belvedere you used to have.
Yeah.
I remember the you had that minivan but that was a long time ago.
I never had a minivan in my life.
I thought you had that when you had the Belvedere.
No.
Way back. I thought you had like a
never had a minivan.
Well, then
I go back. I've had in the entire time I've been owning cars. I had one Honda Accord back when I was 18, and then that was just for a minute. Outside of that, I've had Jeeps and American cars. I had the Dodges and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember if I had any other.
You had like a Chrysler minivan.
I've never had a Chrysler minivan.
All right, well, never mind. Never mind.
Ever. That might be you. What is your
never
point?
had a
What is your
minivan.
point, sir? What are you accusing me of right now?
Well, how many vehicles have you been in and out, and have you ever had one stay in gear and attack you?
No, but I think we've all had a thing if you're in a hurry. And when I was younger, I was a pizza delivery driver as well as doing the morning show with you. And
it's when you had the Belvedere.
And you're trying to remember everything, and you start to kind of get out of the car and realize you haven't put it in park yet. And it kind of lurches. You're like, whoa! But that's it. I've never had one run me over.
I've ever done that.
How about these idiots that get out and do that TikTok thing where they dance along with their car?
See,
I think some of those idiots got ran over.
Yeah,
that's okay though.
Because you've done that.
No, because they're idiots.
I don't think all their synapses.
Ralph is like, oh crap.
I don't think
there's proof.
All their synapses are connected. That's why they're doing that.
Synapses.
Yeah.
King Kitten says before gate motors and garage door openers, there were children who were told, "Hey, get out there and open that damn door."
See what I mean?
But the Christian Yelich guy who died, the guy who played Chekhov, he was just by himself, so he didn't have somebody go do that for him.
Well, again, I mean, if you're playing Chekhov on the Star Wars movie, you got enough money to put a gate motor in there. I mean,
I don't mind, but there's a bunch of nerds out there just punching at the screen. Thunder Santa Barbarian says, I'm agnostic about Arizona universities. I'm from California, so I'll let Arizona fight their own civil wars. I taught at ASU for a bit. Shucks, that's a reason to both root for and against ASU. Neither school is really hateable, though. Now, Ohio State, that school I hate. I just hate them because of the Ohio State.
Yeah.
I hate the V thing. What school do you hate, Ralph?
UCLA. Because I'm a USC guy, so I can't stand UCLA.
As an ASU fan would hate U Arizona.
Same thing. And I don't like Notre Dame as an USC guy.
What's your problem with Notre Dame?
USC Notre Dame has a huge rivalry. So it's been.
How do you feel about that team that just came from behind and whooped USC's ass in that game?
Didn't see it.
Are you upset with them now?
It was Tulane University.
I don't. I'm happy for them.
It's Tulane. The Tulane Green Wave.
Tulane, 4-lane. It only took 2 lane. Beer Bob says, Jeffrey, did you say Suns basketball taking on Washington State this Thursday?
No, ASU basketball.
Did I say that?
No.
There's an S, there's a U, and an. I don't know. I could have probably said that. No,
I don't think you did.
At least there's a game I think we could win right now. Pickle D says he wants them tickets. You got it, my friend. I put you in there. It's Patrick says, I want the Suns tickets. Oh crap, I may have said it. Of course they're not Suns tickets. They're ASU tickets. The Jet says, hey, gentlemen, I trust you had a great extended vacation. Now that 2023 is here, I just want to let you know that as a Hall of Fame texter, I'll be texting a hell of a lot more often.
Looking forward to it.
Except for one thing. You are not a Hall of Fame texter yet. So,
except to that small, tiny little thing.
Although wait, what?
What are we talking about?
He's not a Hall of Fame texter.
I thought you said he had a small, tiny thing.
That's what I thought he said.
He forgot that little.
No, he got mad that he didn't win a contest once, but outside of that, the Jet's been he's been a very good texter. So, but good to hear that, Jet. Let's see, 5135, another new texter got you in for those tickets. Amaya D got you for the tickets there. Blissel Hayes says, I agree with Randy. NFL games show sucks. They're unlistenable. I enjoy watching the game only with the mute and my own music. The announcers are horrible as well. Blissel Hayes hates everybody.
See, but I mean, the same information that they're giving, except for that one guy on the Fox, the short, stubby little fire hydrant guy.
Jay Glazer.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I like that 1 hour pregame before.
Well, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. That's your thing.
Did you hear what YouTube TV announced? They're actually going to be creating the multiple panel broadcast for Sunday Ticket.
Thank God.
They should have it ready when that rolls out.
Thank God for that. So now I can do my dual TV thing like I like to do.
They must have been listening to the show. They heard you.
I would be shocked if they hadn't have done that. So, but it's good to hear. Thanks for having your ear to the ground on that one, Ralph. 5943 says, wishing all of you a happy new year. If my damn screen would just refresh, I could tell you the rest of what they had to say. Why we're so happy. It's a good text line. I just don't know why it's giving me trouble now. You know, we've had this for about a month, Randy.
Yes.
Did we keep the receipts?
I think we did. I'll go look in my empty beer cases.
I don't know why it would be in there, but I'll finish reading that text from that new texter when we come back. And remember, there's a contest for ASU tickets. Come on back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm sorry, I can't operate on that vehicle.
But doctor, you took an oath.
That RV, it's my son's RV.
Oh, doctor, isn't there anything you can
I'm not a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm an RV surgeon, trained to save the lives of large injured recreational vehicles, which is definitely a real profession.
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs. You just bought a home in the suburbs, but no one told you about all the birds, specifically this one, who seems to be calling out Roy. Roy. But who exactly is Roy? And why doesn't he ever respond? Maybe Roy is just bird speak for save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto. I guess until Roy answers, we'll never know. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
It went in.
The People's Open is back. See the PGA Tour's best. Tee it up at the 2023 WM Phoenix Open, presented by Taylor Morrison, February 6th through 12th at TPC Scottsdale. Get full tournament information at WMPhoenixOpen.com.
That's WMPhoenix.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third
Hour. All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Ralph from Harmon Solar filling in for Keon, who's filling in for Izzy. Everything goes back to normal tomorrow. Although Radio Ron was intrigued. He says, wait a second, does this mean you get to go back to making fun of the third co-host there, Jeffrey? Oh, I've never stopped. Keon is such a nice guy. It's hard to find things. And then we kind of poke at him and he starts to show that flash anger. I am more afraid of Keon than I think I would be of Ralph.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you should be.
Never been,
He
never
gets
been
angry.
one to, yeah, he does.
He's got like a vein that runs down the forehead right here, and it starts to bulge and then pulsate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when you know you just stay.
Just stay away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just keep.
That's why I'm remote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep calling in. Keep calling in. 5943 earlier was saying, wishing all of you a happy new year, and says, actually, I do enjoy listening to the Talking Heads. I guess to each their own, right? I like it. Randy and Ralph don't seem to care for it. Other people hate it, but I don't know. I just think if there's that's a great show for me. And then I always thought that on Fox Sports, the TV, that Speak for Yourself show with Marcellus Wiley was on it. I thought that was a great show. Then he just left. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And then Acho just got a bunch of dweebs in there, and then now they just took part of it. Like, well, we're just calling it Speak. Marcellus Wiley made the show, so But I used to like that show a lot.
On Super Bowl Sunday, do you watch the whole thing all day?
Oh hell no!
No, okay. 'Cause,
Like
it's-
everybody else, as you're getting ready for it's on, but you're not watching it because you're getting the food going. And if you're having a party, people are milling about. It's sort of on, and the sound's not really on, but it's just sort of there as part of what's happening. And then as it starts to get closer, there might be some things you're like, holy, look at that. And then you go back to the conversations or the making of nachos, or I don't know how you do your Super Bowl, but it's on, but nobody cares.
Yeah, it's on all day.
Yeah, but that's fine. What is your problem? The Super Bowl is a national holiday.
Well, I mean, I love the Super Bowl, but
Am I sitting there on the screen like this, watching the whole time? Shh, James Brown's gonna talk. No. Am I throwing people out of the house for talking while Boomer Esiason says the same thing for the 8th time? No.
But we could talk about this on Radio Row this year.
I see. Somebody asked me if we're going to go to Radio Row, and
I did.
I don't. You go ahead.
I want to. We're waiting
All
on
right,
Ron.
Well, you guys figure that out. I don't.
Now
wanna
that he
be
thinks I
here.
don't want to take him back, he's not going to do it anymore.
Well, that's whose fault is that?
That's
Whose
Randy's.
fault is that?
It's
Your
not my fault. I didn't
Randy
say it.
fired me up.
I did not say
Randy
anything.
fired me up.
Radio Ron, I didn't mean a thing. It was all Ron. It was all Randy. And Jeff poked at me.
That's what I do.
Boy.
So listen, if you want to go, then fine. God
I would
bless you.
love to go.
Yeah,
That'd be
call
fun.
in. I don't care.
This
Why
show
would
be
why
great
would
for
you like
Radio
to? What is it about Radio Row?
Imagine
that
this
you-
show on Radio Row.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really good.
It's just it's
Here's
a bunch
why.
of old NFL players coming in there pitching their goods.
Right.
That's all it is.
And what happens is the reason I've avoided this in the past is what happens is a PR person comes up to you and they say, well, do you want to talk to this guy? And you're like, oh, I love to talk to this guy. Okay, here's what you have to say. They're promoting this, this, and this. You can't ask him about this, this, or this. You have to keep the conversation to the product, and then he'll give you about 30 seconds of just personality. No. I don't
Right.
want.
But
I don't
that-
have guests on the show now.
You wouldn't.
Why? would
Because
I
you
want
wouldn't-
to go there?
You wouldn't do their script. You'd do what you want.
And we get thrown out of the place.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
You go ahead. Do the listeners of this show really want to hear us sit there and go to a bunch of people just trying to sell them stuff? Remember Troy Aikman was trying to sell his beer last year? I was like, oh my God, Jim Rome, get him out of there.
Wait, Aikman's got beer. What does he call it? Knockout?
Yeah, he calls it CTE light.
CTE light.
Yeah.
Less calories, no memories,
less brain cells. Hefty Lefty says, I'll do Radio Row with you, Ralph. Well, I'm
There
sure
we
a
go.
lot of people would, but as far as a show goes, I just can't think of a
If you
worse
want to
thing.
know what's really, I'm kind of looking forward to the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Jeffrey, first of all, Jeffrey won't say Waste Management.
No, I refuse. I've always refused. It's just
Phoenix
Phoenix
Open.
Open when you ask me.
But see, to me, that's more along that's in our wheelhouse because you got these highly intoxicated people that are always walking by the booth yelling something at us. See, and then we can yell back at them.
Yeah.
It's just that
that's
Keon will have to
all
sit
right.
here with his finger on the profanity delay on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, that's
As long as you
you
can
know,
get a connection out there, then yeah.
Oh yeah,
we're
yeah.
just doing our show, and we're not forced to have a bunch of people trying to sell you a timeshare or some stupid crap like that. I don't know what they're selling, and
Or
if
CTE light.
If you've listened to the Jim Rome show, it's always kind of like, okay. Beef jerky? All right, fine, whatever. Happy Lefty says,
And now representing Jack Link's beef jerky.
yeah, no, thank you on that. Ken Kitten says, what about the ticket holders for last night's game? Did they get rain checks or refund? Did they get, they have to pay the full price?
Who cares?
Yeah. He says hundreds of dollars for 10 minutes of football. I don't think anybody is thinking about that, King of Kittens. I mean, I'm sure somebody's calling up and then getting hung up on. Hopefully,
I'm sure that the Bengals organization will make some sort of make good on those tickets.
Of course they will.
You just wait and see what happens with the NFL. And,
What's
seems
more important though, right now?
like the last thing I would be asking.
Yeah.
Penisher says, Happy New Year. Just back from vacation. What a fantastic both college football playoff games they were. It was on a cruise, and there were designated Ohio State and Georgia viewing areas as people were getting heated.
Finisher, did you go on the Love Boat? Were you on the Love Boat? Were you on the Love Boat?
Have you ever been on a cruise, Randy?
I've never been on a cruise.
Ralph?
Never.
Yeah, I just don't need to be around that many fat Midwesterners, and you can't get away from it. It's all packed in. I just don't like crowds as it is.
I don't like that.
Unless it was one of those, they have the on the Atlantic, they have but they're very expensive. The less people cruises, no buffets kind of thing. That I do. If it was just like,
What the hell?
that.
No buffets?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
you just
like-
go in, it's like a restaurant.
I've been on the drunk boat to Catalina. I don't know if you've ever done that. Or
No.
For 2 hours, you sit there and drink with a bunch of people.
Well, actually, that could be fun
It
because
was.
then
It's fun.
when it's over, right? You don't have
Oh,
to be around them for weeks.
Well, you get to Catalina and you all get out there and just keep drinking.
Sounds like a good time. Is there a hotel in
Yes.
Catalina?
Yeah, there's a couple. But usually
Yeah.
people sleep on the beach, so
Good Lord.
they do.
I don't think that's going to happen on my bucket list. Sleep on the beach.
When you're young, it was good.
You don't want to wake up with anal pain. CK says, doesn't Bruce have a van that says free candy on the side? Where's this even coming from?
Why would Bruce have that?
No, he doesn't have a van. He's got a car that says free candy on the side. Against the Spread says, newsflash, Jeffrey, Toyota Tundra trucks are manufactured in Texas. Dodge Ram trucks are made in Mexico. I don't care. I like Dodges better than Toyotas. And here's the thing. If an American doesn't get paid to make it, I want to get an American at least paid to build it. I also
Huh?
have stock in Stellanitis. So I think I rest my case. Hefty Lefty says, I'd rather cruise down the street in a 64 Impala.
That's
I like a
car.
67 Impala, maybe a little bit better. A 2-door, black. Oh, that would be, yeah, you can't afford those anymore. Penisher says, nope, wasn't the Love Boat, but was traveling with my wife's family. Good thing I had that drink package.
Well, yeah, I mean that's good.
Wait, okay, so When did I start trying to talk about Boomer Esiason? Was it in this hour or the last one?
Last hour, and we got off on a tangent because
Holy crap.
it was my fault. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I
I'm
won't
blaming
interrupt
anybody. It's
anymore.
just the nature of the show.
It's
isn't
my
it?
bad.
All right. So Boomer Esiason, kind of a douchey, more of a
yeah.
condescending, know-it-all,
Yeah.
just one of those guys, right? And he was on somebody else's show, and they was like, "Oh, you think it's Mac Jones guy?" Because Boomer, you used to be a quarterback, and well, what do you think of the Mac Jones? And he says, "Well, I don't like him. I don't like him. I think he's douchey." He actually said, "Now I agree 100% that Mac Jones is douchey, but hearing a douche call a douche a douche, that is like doucheception, right there."
Douchey?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's what it is. He said, I dislike about Mac Jones, if you want to get to the root of it, his body language, his facial expressions, his gyrations on the field, they piss me off. There's a douchiness to them. I don't know how else to explain it. And he's 100% right. The facial expression, the way he's just sort of, he doesn't have the talent level or the resume to back that up. And he talks about how he says, yeah, Tom Brady is kind of douchey. He says he could be douchey too at times. He could be yelling at players and everybody else, but Tom Brady goes out and backs it up. He goes and plays his ass off, and he gets his team to the playoffs. And well, okay, I've never thought Tom Brady was douchey, but he's a crazed competitor who comes with it. But when you see Mac Jones, it's very different. Mac Jones, he is being an asshat out there. So he says, the Boomer Esiason, he says, I don't necessarily know he's earned a right to act the way he does, Mac Jones. Like frustrated, looking at the coaches, screaming and yelling at them, putting his hands in his head. And I hate this, but I agree so much with Boomer Esiason about this. And I'm glad to hear somebody else saying the same thing. Mac Jones, he's not there, and yet he's acting like he's right there with Tom Brady.
I don't know that I agree with that.
All right.
I don't know that a young quarterback like Mac Jones would ever consider himself on the same level as Tom Brady. And if he does,
he considers it. I say he's acting like it. He's like all badass. He's like yelling at the offensive coordinators like he's somebody.
The
He
Patriots
hasn't been around very long.
The Patriots have sort of a unconventional offensive coordinator setup.
And what does Mac Jones compare that to? He's a rookie. He's new in the league. He doesn't done anything worth bragging about, really. Not really. He's had a couple of decent games, but are you going to sit there and say Mac Jones has the talent and the resume to act the way he does? The talent's not. It's not backed up by talent.
Could that just be competitive fire?
Well, we've seen competitive fire from Tom Brady, but when it comes out of Mac Jones, it's a-holery. Have you not seen him
I really
have his
haven't.
tantrums?
I'm going to have to watch.
You're going to have to watch.
I haven't seen it.
I still think it's frustration on his part because, like I said, the Patriots they don't have a conventional offensive coordinator setup.
It's
sort of like
excuse
offensive
bad
coordinator by committee.
And would the coach really put up with douchey?
Belichick isn't the one who's getting it aimed at him. He's aiming it at Matt Patricia. And the way he's acting towards the other players and stuff like that. So Belichick, I think, is probably, he's not looking at Mac Jones. He's sitting there staring at the field, trying to figure out what diabolical plan he's got. I'm sure later on he sees that stuff, and I imagine he's not happy about it.
I mean, Matt Patricia's a big man. He's a pretty big dude. I mean,
I don't think we need to fat shame him.
Well, I ain't talking about his
Seems a little
Chef
rude.
Boyardee addiction. I'm
I mean,
just saying.
it's January 3rd. A lot of people are trying, Ralph. Give him a minute.
It's not working. But anyway, he's a big dude with a beard. I mean, I don't think,
You got a pencil on one ear and a sandwich on the other. I get it.
I'm just saying.
No, that's Mike McCarthy. No,
No,
I
Matt
guess not.
McCarthy he's a double-fisted ham sandwich eating guy. That's what I said. He's the two sandwich eater. Matt Patricia, he's got a sandwich or a corn dog over his ear. How about that? Corn dog over one ear and a pencil on the
Corn
other.
dog, yeah.
But here's the thing. Please, somebody out there has got to back me up on this. Mac Jones, you can just look up Mac Jones looking jerky videos or something on the Google because it's there. He just has this resting jerk face, and he's the way he's acting is just not. It's not cool, man. He's not a leader of men. He's a bitcher outer of men. You'll
I
have to
don't
go.
know.
If nobody knows what I'm talking about, I can't.
I understand what you're saying. I've seen what you're saying, and I don't know how to react. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I could see why you would get that.
There's a difference between fiery, competitiveness and just this dude's a jerk. I'm going to give you an example of the difference between confidence and cocky. Okay. Tom Brady is confident. Aaron Rodgers is confident. Cam Newton was just cocky. And he came across as an asshat. Always aggravated me. And so, now we got the other comparison. Tom Brady, he's very fired up and competitive. Mac Jones just comes across like a douche. I don't know how else to put this. Somebody out there got to help me with this. Blissful Hayes says, hey, does JB on the CBS, does he have chia pet hair? No, we're pretty sure it's spackled on.
Either spackle or it's that Hasbro lifelike hair.
Can I tell you what I think it really is? Can I tell you what I think it really is?
What is it?
Flex Seal. Just
you think it's Flex Seal
and trimmed? Little plastic.
It's not shiny enough.
Oh, it's pretty shiny. It's pretty shiny. Baker Cocky Hens wants us to know that Donovan Mitchell tested for PEDs the day after putting down 71 points. 2 less points, and they would only have tested for STDs. Hello. Well, did he have the PEDs, or there's no such thing as random drug testing. There's no such thing. But that's not what I was talking about. Talking about Boomer Esiason and I will agree this one time on this one thing, and it doesn't feel right.
See, I don't know. I kind of agree with Ralph. I think this is a competitive type of situation, and I think it's a frustrating situation for Mac Jones to be in.
Doesn't know. He's never seen him.
Mac Jones, he came from Alabama.
You can't say you agree with Ralph. Ralph said, I haven't seen it.
Well,
You're just trying to make it sound like he agrees with you.
I saw Mac Jones in college, and I didn't see that. Now, I agree with you on Cam Newton, but Cam Newton wasn't douchey. Cam Newton was an immature little baby who didn't know how to lose and didn't know how to be a man.
That was douchey. That was cocky beyond his talents.
Mac Jones may not be the most talented quarterback in the league. I'll give you that. And he might be overstepping his bounds because he's kind of a new quarterback. But this is his 3rd year, and he did come from Alabama, where he was hugely successful. And Alabama's got their crap together, man.
Okay, so before you drag Ralph over to your side of the conversation, let Ralph go watch some of the videos. Just put Mac Jones acting like a jerk or something.
I'm not trying
and then Ralph can comment on this.
I'm not trying to grab Ralph and bring him over here. But I'm not phrasing. Phrasing.
I bet you wish it was a minute later than it is now, right now, Randy.
Remember, I have editorial power.
All right. Well, I guess I'm alone in the world here.
I'm gonna watch
I don't
it.
think you're alone. I mean, it's your opinion. I respect that.
I'll watch it.
Now, Boomer Esiason is right. Doesn't feel good here.
When Boomer was with the Bengals, did he ever win a Super Bowl? I know he went.
I don't think so.
Once or
No,
twice.
he did not. No. I don't think he even got that far. Ken Anderson was the only one that got there, I think.
Really? I think Boomer got there once.
I don't think he did.
Boomer was in an underwear commercial that made everybody awkward.
Really?
Look, he's lying around in his underwear there in a commercial.
Boomer did
wearing
that. He did that commercial.
Yeah. He's rolling around on the couch in his underwear. Like, what the hell is this?
I'm glad I forgot about that.
That's kind of douchey.
Hey, you want some isotonic gloves? No, we want you to put some damn pants on. That's what we want.
Put them on.
What the hell is wrong with you? All right, let's take a break. When we come back, other assorted things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The PGA Tour in Kapalua for the Tournament of Champions, 39 players in the field. The favorite to win the event, Jon Rahm at plus 600, while Scotty Scheffler, the current Masters champion, at plus 750. Patrick Cantlay and Justin Thomas both plus 1,000 to win the Tournament of Champions. Tony Finau plus 1,400. Looking at futures for the FedEx Cup of 2023, Rory McIlroy, the favorite, at plus 550. Jon Rahm at plus 800. Scotty Scheffler also plus 800. Justin Thomas and Patrick Cantlay plus 1,200. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
It's time once again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. First prize is $1,580 from Harman Solar. Second prize, a Zebra e-bike from Hemingway. And $500 third prize from Harman Solar. Sign up today. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and don't forget we're giving away a pair of ASU tickets. Sun Devil basketball against Washington State Thursday at 6 p.m. And we got your tickets. So all you got to do is text in, I want them ASU tickets, and you'll be put into the drawing that we will do in 20 minutes. When we do that next break, I'm going to frantically go through and put the numbers where they go, and then I'm going to hit that thing that goes ding on my phone that decides who gets those tickets. So just text in, I want them ASU tickets. 888-368-1580. Okay. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Boomer got there with Cincy versus San Francisco. So he did get to a Super Bowl, but he didn't win one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was Cincy and San Francisco. Yeah.
I'm still stuck with him. Why do you got to be in your underwear? Against the Spread says it's okay to fat shame coaches. In fact, watching Loxley from Maryland getting Duke's mayo poured on top of him was actually a little poetic. He was so happy. He looked like he was getting his first private dance at a strip joint. Jeez. That's an epic text there against the Spread. Well done. Pinocchio says, don't know the difference between conference and cocky. I think he means confidence and cocky. But erotic, well, you use a feather. Kinky, use the whole chicken.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow, all of a sudden, it's just all these flamethrower texts. Hookamati says, I know what you're talking about. He looks like all my exes. Total douche. Mac Jones.
He looks like all of your exes?
But I thought all of her exes were in Texas because she's she's from the Texas. Sorry, I was copying and pasting this stupid alert that keeps popping up on the inbox so I can yell at people.
Alert
6329. I see you, and you are in the drawing for the tickets. Baker's Cocky Hen says Mac Jones seems like his mom told him he was more special than anyone else in his entire life. Even his shirtless pics, he looks like he thinks he's DK Metcalf, but he's actually flabbier than Tom Brady. He goes, he says, I think I see the problem, Jeffrey. He looks a lot like Trump's kid. Well, I have no idea what his kid looks like, so I can't even comment on that. Hefty Lefty says, nobody told McCorkle that the NFL teams aren't as equal in talent levels, unlike college teams. Who's McCorkle?
Don't
know. This show is getting very confusing.
Yeah. Is it a full moon again?
Straight Striper says, glad you're back, Jeffrey. I got your back on this one. Here is a quote from expatriate Vince Wilford about Mac Jones. You're the leader of the team. You're a quarterback. So you can't be frustrated every week, every single play. At the end of the day, you're going to show some poise because you operate the ship. I am tired of seeing him throw a fit. Mac Jones is a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's not just me. I know that. But did you see any video during the break of Mac Jones?
I didn't.
Did you even look?
No.
You just refuse to have my back on anything, do you?
I'm gonna look at the next break.
Okay, fine. Pickle D says Alabama had it together. Just ask Henry Ruggs. Oh. So let's talk about this real fast. Now, these are bad things. So I'm going to just tell you up front, these are the bad things. And Dana White, did you hear about what happened there?
No. He get run over by a snowplow?
Well, he's about to be. Him and his wife had a drunken slap fight. And so his wife, little woman, slaps him. And he comes back, wham! Slaps her with a big old man hand.
Wow.
And that's, yeah, that's pretty bad. I will say it's not as bad as somebody who's just beating up their wife, but it's not like the movies. Remember the movies back in the 50s? A woman would slap a man and he'd slap her back and be like, oh, I told you. And it wasn't like, reaching back and bam, like what Dana White did. It was like, and oh, how dare you, and that wasn't right either. We know that now.
It was funny.
And but Dana White, what he did, no. This is the kind of thing where he's going to have to go away probably. You don't slap a woman. And he even says, you've heard me say over the years, there's never an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. Now here I am talking about it. My wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other since we were 12. We've been through some stuff together. We got 3 kids. He says, just as one of those situations, horrible. You could have shortened that sentence up and said, tequila. Tequila makes some people crazy and mean. And they were in Cabo when that happened. I'm not going to give this guy an excuse. He gets what he gets for that. But there is that thing where if a woman hits you and then you hit a woman back, it's, if the woman slaps you, we're all like, that guy got slapped. But then you slap the woman and, well, now you're, handcuffs and everybody hates you. I would never say it's okay to slap a woman, but there has to be something bad towards the woman when they slap one of us, right?
Yes.
Just saying.
You're right. I think.
I'm not absolving him, but I'm just saying.
What happened to equality?
Well, I don't see that you need to put your hands on her unless she's continually slapping you. Then you have a right to defend yourself.
Right. You push her away.
However,
you hold her back.
I mean, you could have chosen to do several different things. You could have
put
turned
your
around
hand on her forehead so she could swing at you. It's hilarious when that happens.
Yeah. Could have done the Curly Moe and Joe thing. Yeah. But the bottom line is, I mean, what are you going to do in this situation? It's happened. All he needs to do is just say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, and then deal with the consequences.
His wife is backing up saying, well, this is she says we've been together 30 years. To say this is out of character for him is an understatement. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Unfortunately, we're both drinking too much. Things got out of control on both sides. So I feel like, okay, in this context, you kind of feel like you can get it. You can recover from this. You have to
give him grace.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a learning experience because, it's just, King Kitten says, Jeffrey, that Dana White domestic situation happened in Mexico. Now he's back in Vegas. He's no Britney. But what happens in Mexico? Wow. Booger Wolf is back. He says, hey, suck it, Raider fans. Bask in 49er glory. You can never defeat the Empire, you hapless idiots. Carry on, slugs.
Wow.
Seems a little harsh to our Raiders fans, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Man,
what to
Purdy.
say about that.
How about Brock Purdy, though? And Brandon Ayuk, 2 Arizona products, just out there killing it for the 49ers. My wife started cheering for the 49ers. I'm like, you're a Cardinals fan. What the hell are you doing? She's like, they wear red. I'm happy.
Wow.
She's like, listen, I'm hurt by the Cardinals, but I said, but you should be against these guys. And she's like, it's fun to watch. Happy Lefty says McCorkle is Jones's middle name. Mac McCorkle Jones.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
What the hell kind of name is McCorkle?
That's child abuse. No wonder he's upset. Baker's Cocky Hen says, have we mentioned LeBron's tweet about Deshaun Watson getting his rhythm back yet? Seems like that went unnoticed after that horrible tragedy last night. What is wrong with LeBron James? Yeah. Let's see. Boomer Sooner says, guys, you're talking like you're able to hold back all women. What if you can't hold your wife back and she attacks your ass? A, try not to be in a situation where that happens. B, it's never all right to hit a woman. It's just not. I mean, protect yourself doesn't mean you have to hit her. Protecting yourself means you just have to defend and hold her back. But there
are relationships where women abuse men.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are.
And men don't talk about it very much because
No, they're starting to now more and more, but it does happen.
I just don't think it's right for anybody to hit anybody, period.
I agree.
I don't agree with that.
But
I think I should still be allowed to hit any employee.
Well, okay. I mean, that's still not in the handbook, and we've talked about this with HR at
someday.
But the bottom line, I don't think it's all right for a woman to hit a man. But for a guy who's supposed to be bigger and stronger to retaliate in kind, yeah, that's not going to work. If she is hitting you over and over again, you have the right to restrain her
or leave.
And well, but if she chases you, I mean, you have the right to restrain her, and you have the right to keep yourself safe.
Ralph, when your wife is beating you as she constantly obviously does,
Yeah.
What do you do?
I just take it because I'm a man and
Yeah.
I can take it. And
Fair enough.
she's not that strong. She's gonna break through the door now and probably knock me
she's
out.
gonna kick it in. What's up,
And
Ralph?
Here she comes.
No, thankfully we don't have that relationship. So
Boomer says, I did not say hit her, Jeffrey, for the record. No, I got you. I know you didn't. Screaming Eagle says, hi, guys. Happy New Year's. All the Fanatic and Daily Blender. I don't get the time to text in very often, but I heard during today's first hour what you said about the promptness of the paramedics, doctors, etc., in regards to Damar Hamlin's medical care. You guys are spot on in your assessment. Go 1580, the Fanatic. All right, thanks. And by the way, Screaming Eagle is a local surgeon. I don't know what he surgeons, but he's a surgeon. I know he surgically surgeons things, but that's all I know.
surgically surgeon.
He's way smarter than this show deserves.
And
Let's
at
just say
parties,
that.
he's a real cut up.
We met him at the draft party. He came in his scrubs, and I was just like, because he was on a break basically. So, I did. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm checking him out, looking for blood splatter. There wasn't any on because that's how good a surgeon he is.
Oh yeah.
The Wiz says, how about this? Sign Carr, release Kyler. No and no, I'd say, but that's your team, Randy.
No, thank you.
Bala 51 says, Booger Wolf or Butt Wolf, he can eat a bag.
Wow.
You use your imagination. Richards, probably. Let's see. Hefty Lefty says, if a woman attacks you, just tell them to calm down. That always makes things better.
No, it doesn't. No.
I wish it did.
No, it doesn't.
Booger Wolf says, what if a woman has a samurai sword? Can you block that though? If a woman has a samurai sword, you're in a far worse scenario than you've ever. And I feel like you're probably to blame. Big George says, Randy, Arizona Coyotes are already losing 2-0 to the Florida Panthers. This road trip is off to a rough start. That lost the other day to Tampa Bay. What is wrong with the Coyotes?
Well, and they were up on Tampa Bay. I thought the Coyotes had a chance to win that game tonight. It was 1 shot on goal, 1 point in the first. I mean, what are you going to do?
There's nothing wrong with the Coyotes. They're still in that building process. It's going to take a couple of years, George. Calm down. But let me guess, you want to fire somebody. You want to fire the coach. You want to fire the GM. You want let us know who you need fired, and we'll just note it. Ken Kenton says that girl who drove her car into the closed garage door of my house. Well, she bought me lunch the other day. Random, but I'll ask. So, like a date? So Are you dating the woman who randomly crashed her car into your house? That doesn't sound like a good idea. That sounds like a recipe for disaster, actually. Straight Striper says, not defending Dana White. I've watched the video numerous times. He slaps his wife back twice, then throws her to the ground. Oh, see, I was not aware of that. My wife says she slapped him, he slapped her. I didn't hear about the rest of this. Oh, yeah. Well, now he has to go bye-bye. Yeah, there's no defense for that. You're right, Straight Striper. Halfy Lefty says, I had an ex-girlfriend that got too inebriated, tried to start hitting me. Luckily, I was a lot bigger than her, so I put her in a very snug bear hug till she tuckered herself out.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Not bad. All right, so this is not where I meant to go with this, but yeah, so Dana White, I don't know what happens to him.
He goes away. Goes away.
The other bad thing, Cameron Batson. Wow, what the hell happened there? He got arrested on Saturday, and the Falcons said, yeah, we're gathering stuff from law enforcement agencies, and then they're like, yeah, we're releasing him now because it didn't take a whole lot. I guess what happened is he allegedly assaulted a police officer while fleeing from a traffic stop, and now he's facing charges of aggravated assault, battery, aggravated assault against law enforcement officer, a removal or attempted removal of a weapon from a public official. So he tried to take the person's gun and then driving, fleeing, attempting to elude police officers. So Batson's done. And he's been on the practice squad all year. So,
bye-bye.
Bye. You had your shot. You got your 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then that was with the Titans. So you haven't done anything for Atlanta, but you've really just slammed the door on your career there, pal.
XFL superstar.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, since she broke the garage door, and the damn thing stuck. Sorry, guys. This is just.
If it's not one thing, it's something else with the text line.
I know. This is really getting on my nerves. Let's just. Okay, I'll move on to the next thing. So, where do you hide your money, Ralph?
In my safe.
Where do you hide your money, Randy?
Not telling you.
You can trust me. I don't have any money. I give it all to my wife.
Where's she hide her money?
I wish I knew.
Hide mine in my wife's purse.
Zero idea where that goes. But this guy here, a guy in Italy, he decided, well, I got $20,000.
Wow. Okay.
Hide this.
$20,000 or 20,000 lira?
He's in his apartment. This is $20,000.
All right.
And he's like, well, I got to put this somewhere. So he's like, I know the perfect place. I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm going to even tell my wife. So he hides it there. It was his chimney. Never lights fires, but just out of the blue on Christmas, his wife decides to light a fire. He says he walked in, saw the fire, and almost just passed right out.
Oh.
But here's the good news: government bonds. And government bonds in Italy, they come with serial numbers. So if he has the numbers somewhere, like he made copies and put it away someplace, he might be able to recover that. But seriously, don't hide your money
in your chimney
or in the oven. You know how people hide things in the oven and then you forget it's there and you turn it on and all of a sudden everything's melted.
Yep.
So anyways, that's just a little tip for you guys. Don't hide valuables in places where fire might happen.
Your Daily Blender safety tip of the day.
Yeah, I know. I'm here for you. Scratch Me Because says, if you find out a woman has a sword, make sure you don't cross swords with her. What? That sounds like good advice in a couple of different ways. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, for having some time off and so early in the year, it seems like you're gearing up for some comedy club action. Humor has been pretty funny so far. First couple of, I don't want, don't give me performance reviews on air, Boomer. But thank you. I appreciate that. Against the Spread says, I guarantee that wasn't the first time Dana White's ugly, drunken wife has hit him. Whoa. I have no idea what the woman looks like, but that seems rude. Yeah, you can't hit back, though. Message to the fellas around the world. If this happens to you in Mexico, instead of striking her back, you take her purse, your passport, the keys, abandon her in Mexico, get back to the United States, get a U-Haul, pack up everything of value in the house, and leave before the divorce lawyers and give her a different divorce lawyer business card on the counter. Okay. All right.
Solid advice.
That is good.
against the spread has seen some things. Eye Candy says, hey guys, all this talk has got me thinking about that one time at band camp. No, I better.
Oh,
not.
no.
Yeah, easy Eye Candy. Hefty Lefty says, hide your money with the Oakland A's. God knows they won't spend it. Nicely done, Hefty Lefty. Let's
Yeah.
take a break. When we come back, we've got on this date in Big Georgia sports history and other things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the 6-pack? Bingo. That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Random number generator. Piped up 14. Went backwards from the top, and we've got 5943 with a pair of ASU tickets to go see the ASU men's basketball take on Washington State Thursday at 6 p.m. So 5943, you have won the tickets. And he's a newer texter, but did text in just before Christmas. So I'm glad you won. Sorry for everybody else, but hey, listen, don't worry. Tomorrow we've got a 4-pack of tickets plus a parking pass to give away. So you still have a chance, but this is for Sunday's game, not for Thursday's game. But for 5943, you've won a pair of tickets for Thursday's game at 6 p.m. ASU versus Washington State. I just need your email address and your full name. So if you could text that in, I can transfer these electronic tickets to you almost immediately. So sorry for everybody else who did not win. I always wished everybody could win, but it's not American.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could give away tickets to everybody, and then that'd be cool. I get, but
I don't think you have enough tickets to do that.
I only have 2. So
yeah,
I'm not Jesus with fish and a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprising.
Sounds like some horrible sushi though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Jesus. Ballot 51 says Dana White's a D-gen and an excuse is baby hair. That's right. You were absolutely 100% right. D-gen, and that was some soft 10-ply excuse right there. Quiet Cannon says confident is been there, done it. Cocky is the flea floating down the river, sexually excited, yelling, "Pull the drawbridge!"
Wow.
That's got to be an Irish quote right there. If that's not an Irish quote, I don't know what is. All right, so let's get this out of the way because I know weird things are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1991, Wayne Gretzky scored his 700th goal. Back to me, Jeffrey.
That's it?
Well, George didn't send in the thing, so I just had to go find a fact myself. So,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it is the day he did it, but That's George's fault for. He may have sent the email late, but once we're on the air, I can't.
Perhaps the shortest on this date in Big George's sports history ever.
But it's a good one. In 91, he scored his 700th goal. It's not a small thing.
I mean,
right?
The 800th goal would have probably been better.
Oh my God! Well, let's see. Because George, sometimes he sends them in late. Let me see here. Scroll. Yep, there it is. Came in very late. Let's see.
George, you can't be late with these things, man. You got to put your cases on hold. I mean,
understand something.
The legal situation needs to come to a stop so you can deliver this on time every day, Big George.
He's been doing this for 5 years. I think he knows what he's doing. But here's the problem: George does it at 1:30 in the morning, or now. There's no in between. I don't. So he sends me like 5 or 6 of these, 8. Oh my God, 12. Different choices, and I have to go through and choose. I'm not going to do one about Frank Reich's backup, being the backup and coming back from 32 points, especially what happened to the Colts the other day. So I ain't doing that for Frank Reich. Screw him. Let's see here.
But if he sends you 12, wouldn't you have extra laying around?
Tons now. All I had, I just had to go find one for myself. What's your point? I only do one.
You see, but you can't can't go pick one out from the past, Ralph. No. It's on this day.
Yeah.
And I try sports history
to pick a different one than maybe we've seen before, or just the most interesting one.
You could have done that day in sports history.
Well, but that's not the bit. See, the bit is on this day.
This
but
day.
If he doesn't get you the stuff, that bit's done.
Well, no, I mean, Jeffrey goes out and finds something. It was very short today.
Yeah.
Sort of caught me off guard.
I don't know why everybody's upset.
Nobody's upset here, Jeff.
No, I'm not upset. I did look up Mac Jones for you, though.
Yeah, so you watched the video on Mac Jones.
So I only saw 2 things. I saw the Boomer Esiason comments.
Okay, well
and the Vince Wilfork comments, and then that was it. There's nothing else.
Do you not know how to Google or Twitter?
I learned how to use the Google.
It's the Goog, by the way.
I don't want to go out and find this.
I mean, I'm going to have to look more extensively.
It's the
but
Goog.
Right now, from what I've been seeing, you're kind of wrong. So we're going to have to see if we can.
Mac Jones melting down.
So Vince Wilfork, a guy who played for the Patriots, saying the same thing. Boomer Esiason, a douche nozzle, saying the same thing.
A douche cancels a douche.
But Vince Wilfork, he knows what he's talking about.
He could be a douche too.
That should
maybe
be
Vince Wilfork is a douche.
He definitely isn't. Up both yours. That's all I got to say. I'm going to find you some videos so you can see. I have that kind of time in my life.
Yeah, at this point, I need to see
something. So I can tell you on this day that in 2005, Anaheim Angels said that they were now going to be known as the Los Angeles of Angels Anaheim, and that was just stupid.
That's weak sauce.
Stupidest thing ever.
That's why I didn't want to read it.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Weak sauce.
Or in 1971, the Harlem Globetrotters lost to the New Jersey Reds, but then had an 8,800. That's professional wrestling or basketball. It doesn't matter.
Weak sauce.
No one cares about that. George says in 1962, adjacent to Colt Stadium, where the Colt 45s would play the first 3 seasons of their existence, construction began. I don't care about when they started construction.
Another weak
on
one.
A stadium.
On the Astrodome, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I don't see the Wayne Gretzky one. How come you don't have that in your George?
It's too short.
No, I mean,
it's very, very short.
I think we're good with that one.
And we know Big George liked to bloviate when he brings that sort of news to us.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna we're
too
stick
short
with Wayne Gretzky.
All right.
Well, I mean, I could flower it up with more information, but what more do you need to know?
Well, I guess nothing. Congratulations, great one. 700 goals. So what?
Mm-hmm.
On this day.
What?
All they had was the one line, and I didn't have time to look up the rest of it.
Well, I mean, who did he play?
Where was somebody else?
Was it with Edmonton or was he with the Kings?
Was it a shootout? Was it a
look it up.
There was no shootout then. They didn't have shootout.
1991. So
was
91.
it a backhand? Was it a slap shot? I mean, did he get any assists?
Was it a wrister?
You guys seem very interested in this.
Did he go 5-hole on the goaltender?
Yeah. What
Excuse
hole
me?
was it? Was it the 5, the 8?
I don't like to get involved with people's personal lives. I just don't.
Sometimes you gotta know what hole.
Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, "Well, Ralph, you need to just ask.
You need to identify the hole.
And ask permission."
That's a good thing.
Thundar says, speaking of Irish, don't know about Yingling beer, but if you ever get the chance, Jeffrey, you should try the Kilkenny stuff. That's good. Made by Guinness, but it's hard to find in the States. Yeah, I heard of that. I haven't had any. King Kitten says, one time I saw Wayne Gretzky play for the Phoenix Roadrunners in an exhibition preseason game with their affiliate at the time, the LA Kings. Had good seats in the glass, and suck it, Ralph. I swear to God, that's the text.
That was the text.
It was Wayne Gretzky and Luke Robitaille played for the Roadrunners, and then they played the Kings.
Veterans Memorial Coliseum at the Arizona State Fairground.
Yep, that's exactly right. I was there that day.
Is that thing still standing, by the way?
Yes, it's still there. Yeah.
What do they do with it?
Well, they have the Arizona State Fair every year.
No, in the
they have like expos and things.
I imagine many species of spider are up there. That's it. I can't. I mean, I feel like
species of spider.
Yeah, up in the rank because there's. I mean,
well, I know they have that traveling gun show that goes there all the time.
Mm-hmm. So then there's holes in the roof.
No, they actually don't shoot the weapons off.
Some Yosemite Sam coming in there.
They shoot them off outside.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason I don't go to the fair.
Exactly.
I don't want to ever have to utter the words, cover me, honey. I'm going to the tilt-a-whirl. And there's too much gunfire at the Arizona State Fair.
That's a good point.
Straight Striper says, looking forward to that whistle pig for the Lakers bet, Ralph. Crack it at the station, share it with the fellas. Randy, can you take the bottle home there if anything remains after you guys start sipping?
Excellent.
Sipping. Straight Striper, sipping.
Excellent.
There's no sipping.
I won't be buying him anything.
Maybe
I'll buy some VAT 69 or something.
What was the bet again? I can't remember the bet.
Lakers 6 in a row.
Oh, yeah. What was my part of the bet? I can't remember my part of the bet.
You're buying me lunch.
When are they ever going to win 6 in a row?
Well, they will. Don't worry. You'll see.
I doubt it.
No,
Big George says Wayne Gretzky was playing for Ralph's Los Angeles Kings at the time, and the Los Angeles Kings beat the New York Islanders 6-3. Back to you, Jeffrey. See, there you go.
Somebody with information. That's
good. Very good, Big George.
Maybe get it in on time next time. Hefty Lefty says, on this date in 2020, a coworker and I took down the 24-inch Venezia Pizza Challenge. Suck it, Anaheim Angels of Orange County. There's a lot going on right there. So wait a second. It took 2 people to eat a 24-inch pizza?
Man, I think I could take care of that right now.
Amateurs. Yeah, I know you could. I would give it a good shot. I don't know. Ralph, how could you eat 24 inches? Could you take 24 inches in your mouth right now?
Like I'm going to answer that. Talk to my son.
We're just talking about pizza.
Yeah.
You make everything weird, Ralph. Why do you got to make everything weird?
Randy's taking 24 inches. I think that's great. I'm out.
Ooh. Is it round or I don't know. Can we spin the wheel of sports? Let's just spin the wheel of sports and see what random sports things that we can talk about.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So this was actually is on my Twitter. If you go to my Twitter at Radio Pal 1580, and you scroll down there, I don't know how far you got to scroll down. I talk a lot of crap there sometimes, but there's this middle school kid, and it was a buzzer beater, right? You know, another middle school kid with a buzzer beater.
Okay.
Only this time, this kid took an inbounds pass. His back was to the basket. He knew the time was going out, so he just threw it over his head backwards like that. And it made it.
How about that?
Have you seen that video?
No.
You should go see that video, Ralph. I'm not. Usually, this is the time I tell everybody our Twitter handles. Randy is Radio Randy 777. I'm Radio Pal 1580. Ralph, I'm not giving his Twitter out because it's locked. And I don't.
Your Twitter is locked.
I think he. I don't know if he followed me back or didn't follow me back.
I did. I followed you because you complained that I did.
And then you can't see your tweets or nothing.
Oh, you never go to?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want me to give out your Twitter?
I don't care.
Do you want people to have your Twitter address?
I don't care.
That's sort of like, well, if you have to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know it. You're going to have to tell me.
I don't remember it. I have to go look. I don't know. You should have it on your friends list.
I think friends is a strong word.
It is a strong word.
Well, now I got to look you up.
Acquaintance list.
Hold on here. Anus face.
Wow.
Nothing came up. That's weird. Let's see here.
It's because it's the wrong handle.
Solar Boy.
Definitely not Solar Boy.
Oh
my gosh.
I don't know what it is. Does anybody know Ralph's?
Well, I don't know it because he doesn't follow me either.
I think I do.
You follow me?
I thought I did.
I don't think so.
I followed you the other day.
Oh, your son follows me. Yeah.
My son does?
Oh, yeah. He follows me. I followed him right back. The baseball player right there with the hat and everything.
He doesn't even follow me. He doesn't even follow me. He's a dirtbag. I'm going to have to talk to him tonight.
Well, anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, right. So go see the video of that kid. I mean to say right now, it's the same thing I said on Twitter. That kid gets a free milk anytime he wants. I mean, he's like 7 or 8, but so there's not like anybody's buying him a beer or something. But won the game there, 3-point shot over his head backwards.
You want my Twitter handle?
Yeah, all right, let's hear it, Ralph.
It's at Seahawk.
Ugh, no wonder.
It's at CEEHWK.
CEEHWK. Oh, there you are. You don't follow me.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. It shows me right here, locked. And you're just sitting there scowling underneath an ugly Seahawk thing. You're not following me. I ain't following you.
I'm going to have to fix that. I thought I was following you.
You're so bad at this. I thought we were bad at this. You're really bad at this.
So I'll follow you.
So Ralph is at CEEHWK.
Yeah, Seahawk.
All right, Fourth Dimension, do your thing. Thunder Sound Barbarian says, Justin Turner, how do you feel, Ralph? How do you feel about the Dodgers offseason? I felt it was time to part ways with Cody, but really bummed about losing Turner.
Yeah, I'm bummed about Turner too. I really like him, but I understand it's time to bring in some youth this year. So it sucks, but it's part of the game.
No, George, I don't think Ralph's Twitter handle is Ralph Vacciano.
No, it's not me.
Who's Ralph Vacciano?
I don't know. Some Italian guy?
Are you just like looking up random Ralphs, George? You know, that's why we got to get Keon back on the show because clearly none of us know anything.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I looked up Ralph and there it is. It says all your tweets are protected. What are you hiding, Ralph?
Yeah, what are you hiding, Ralph?
I've learned a long time ago you have to use protection.
Yeah,
well,
but you need to get some to need protection.
Wow.
Those condoms expire after a little bit.
Damn.
Not what I was told.
Ralph has like a very strong indentation of a condom in his wallet from high school. All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow. Ralph will be back with us on Thursday when we do our Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em Picks. And Rosalie is going to do an end of the year postmortem on fantasy football. But tomorrow, regular show. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Good night.
When a cold comes on strong,